Hey everyone, Suey here, and I'm going to do this Halloweeny tag for a Halloweeny video today. I'm going to put this up on a Tuesday, which means we're a couple days away from Halloween, but close enough, I would say. This is an original tag created by Nicole at Nicole's Bookish Nook, and it's tagged by Stuart Griffin. It's called the Spooky Scary Halloween Tag. And there's a bunch of prompts to try and have us pick out some books that fit these prompts. So we'll see how I do because I haven't prepped, okay? As usual. Because I just feel like the fun of it is taken out of it if I prep too hard, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I will really make a mess of it. Also, if I don't prep for it, but you know, let's just see what happens, okay? The first one is Witchy Mayhem. Name a book you loved or hated about witches. So there's a Harry Potter, of course. I loved that. All my Harry Potters right there. You can't see them, and I'm not moving the camera right now. But let's try to pick something else that book about witches that I loved. Here's a cute book called One Witch at a Time, but I didn't read it. All right, here's a good one. Here, oh, can't get too close. You want to see my hat, right? Okay, here's a good one called The Black Witch by Laurie Forrest. This is the beginning of a series called The Black Witch Chronicles. And it is a little bit similar to the whole, you know, go to the school and everybody there has powers. This one is very much more dark than even Harry Potter. Yeah, and there's all kinds of creatures. There's like elves and wolves and dragons and selkies and can't remember them all. Anyways, so all these different kinds of creatures are mixed up in this school together, and we kind of address the whole sort of a racial issue about who's on the hierarchy up here and who's down here. So that kind of all gets addressed, and all the different powers. Fae, lots of Fae. I forgot about them. Yeah, Fae. And anyways, it's really, really awesome and very intense and very complicated and awesome. I said awesome already? Anyways, that's one of my favorite, more recent books about witches that I loved. The Pumpkin King, a fiction book about a spooky main character. A spooky main character. Can I say Wuthering Heights? I like I'm going to say that one whoa for everything, because Heathcliff, is he a main character? He's pretty spooky. He's pretty main character. He is. Spooky main character. The Turn of the Screw is really spooky, but I don't know that our main character is that spooky. Maybe I'll say that one for another one. Let's do that one for the ghost one. Ghosts and Ghouls, or we're going to skip ahead. Ghosts and Ghouls, number 4. A book you love about ghosts or ghouls. The Turn of the Screw. Okay? In the story of a governess newly in charge of 2 small children haunted by ghosts, our imagination is miraculously set free to conjure up terrors never precisely named or explained. That's the ghost one. Now we're still looking for our spooky main character. It seems like the side characters are always the spooky ones. Let's go with Heathcliff. Heathcliff's pretty scary, and he's a main character enough in Wuthering Heights. Oh, do I need to show you a book? You knew it was going to be on my list for this video. I am saying Heathcliff, even though Catherine is more the main character. But Heathcliff, he's pretty spooky. Number 3, Orange Fever, a book with the word orange in the title, or a book with an orange cover. Obviously, I thought of Clockwork Orange. Do I have that book? I don't know if I actually have it, and I've never read it. So let's just look for orange covers, should we? What do you see? I see this one right off. Tell No One by Harlan Coben. I have not read it, but it looks pretty suspenseful. It says it's suspense at its finest.
What?
Suspense. Letter the chemistry is orange. Or it's pinkish. Curious incident of a dog in the nighttime. That one's orange. Actually, Some of these books look a little on the reddish side. I was thinking of this one. I mentioned this one the other day in a video that you haven't seen yet. It's coming one of these days. Beatrice and Virgil. That is one of the weirdest books I've ever read. I think it's weirder than Life of Pi that the same author wrote. I mentioned this one the other day in a video that it won't be up by the time you see this. Maybe it will be. If it is, go see it. If it's not, look for it, okay? There's some orange books for you anyways. We did the Ghouls and Ghosts already. Ghouls and Ghosts. Next one is Horrible Horrors, your least favorite horror, thriller, or mystery book. So, as you know, I am not a huge fan of mysteries. So most mysteries are my least favorite. And I actually talked about this one the other day too, because actually the video that I'm keep referring to is books I hated. Even though I use that term loosely because I don't usually hate books, I just maybe don't like them as much as other books. And a mystery that I recently read is called The Christmas Murder Mystery Gang, I think. And that was on that video also, so I could use it for this one. I really didn't like it. It wasn't that great. Most mysteries are not my favorite unless they're a certain kind of a mystery. Whodunit mysteries maybe aren't my favorite, but more like, something mysterious is going on. Let's figure out what it is. Kind of mysteries are our favorites. Number 6, Gothic Wonders, a favorite Gothic-themed book you've read in the last 5 years. So, man, I have no idea, but I did recently read The Distant Hours by Kate Morton. The Distant Hours by Kate Morton. This one had a pretty good Gothic feel to it. It's kind of got a wartime feel to it also, but there's something going on in this castle, and it's kind of, the dark feeling and the creeping around at night. I don't know what the actual true definition of Gothic is. It's just sort of this feel that one has. Wuthering Heights is one of my favorite Gothic ones, and another great Gothic one is Rebecca, also a great Gothic feeling novel. But I didn't recently read this one, so it can't count, I guess. Number 7, Magic and Potions, a fiction or nonfiction book about magic or potions. Okay, so there's lots of magic in any fantasy. There's magic in this book. This Woollen Kingdom by Tahir Mafi. So good. Why have I not read the second book yet? But there's magic in that one. Is it about magic? Sure, you could say it was about magic. I'm going to say it was about magic. Black Cats, a book about cats, or a book with a cat as a side character or the main character. So there's one that came to my mind right away. I have it. Can't remember if I actually had it. White Cat by Holly Black. This is an awesome, awesome book where a cat really, really features in the story. You should totally read it if you haven't. Number 9, Spooky Scary Skeletons, a book that sent shivers down your spine. I always think of the historian for this one. And some people think the historian's really, really boring, but not me.
346 minutes later.
I was trying to find the historian, but I can't remember who wrote it, so I can't find it. And I can't look it up on my phone because the phone's recording, so we're in impasse there. That one gave me the heebie-jeebies when I was reading it, so I often use that one. But here's one I haven't mentioned much, so maybe we'll go with this one. This is called The Passage by Justin Cronin, and it is one of the best zombie books I have ever read. It's a really huge, fat book, and there's like a series, and I've read the second one now, but I haven't read the third one, I don't think. But this pretty creepy book, and it's awesome if you love zombies, and it gave me shivers, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so there you go, my Halloween tag for the week. I hope you have a great, happy Halloween holiday if you celebrate, and eat lots of candy, and enjoy all the little kids in your life, and not if you don't, if you get out and just do your own thing. And I guess I'm supposed to tag people now, but Halloween's pretty much over. I don't know if you still want to do a Halloween one, so I'm not really going to tag anyone, just if you want to do this one. If in the next day or two, or save it for next year, or do it after the fact, or whatever you want to do, then go for it. Hopefully you have enjoyed my rummaging around down here on my shelves again. I'll try to get down here more often and talk about books when I'm among the books. So till next time, happy reading.